Okay, I'm so far, Mamino, a monk come higher all sports GHL YouTube, Yamia Dom, Masanso, Shesho Bio, Mamimo latest star, Ecoso, na afe, Yemfadi or Hosso and Fabro. Charlie, let's get going. Of course, you know, said this as usual, back to back. Latest sports updates. First of all, Yanko Barcelona and make a chance someone was saying free because you already know, just like we've told you in previous videos, to say Nyamia Duma El Clasico, no, Barcelona got to wear a different kind of jersey. You can't travel squats and want somebody at all. It is something they usually do and start say with Drake. You know, so many Spotify you went to Spotify they sad, you know, and I say which album they want to first promote. So they started with Drake. If you do remember, any about Rosalia, any about Karol G, any about the Rolling Stones, and now Coldplay. And I say about Travis Scott. What I say? It's just in a Barcelona for release. Let me tell you the story about. Now the idea was that they were going to release 1,899 pieces a pair. 1,899 pieces. I represent Afia Barcelona. No. Now on my special 22 pieces are another a year for. Mami can say special jerseys because I don't know players like I say assigning into a home boy a different. What I say, for instance, 1,899 pieces of jerseys, you know, Bakubia a more ton of 400 euros. Mami check 400 euros in Braga see come and share this year. Mami check this year 400 euros. It's Bakubia Bonunu 400 euros. 400 euros. Okay, into 6,476 Ghana cedis. MSS 6,464 million cedis. Sana Bakubia more ton. Nanya no kwa a bona esa no. It's for yes jerseys nasa. And here we release it as on. Kofa time nasa. Very interesting. And now after so special jersey no we 22 pieces no. I don't know on my drink say on beton no 3,000 euros. 3,000 euros. Now I don't know 22 pieces no so asa. Let me check it 3,000 euros. Let me hear there. For me, I mean hear there 48,500. 48,500. Bakupe asa. It just a justice, you know. And here we really see any justice na so asa. Hey. And this come back as a who be obi shebia. Hey, uchu muta ye go for me print bi ahye. But original ones na dey o say asa no pay a store ho and me dem call ya. Asa. Very interesting conversation. Hey, go when we serious so. Anyway, Charlie Barcelona me ho na mama sanka we nchel say Macasado say was start here old training. That is good. And now omuye training the coaches no e ma ne ye no ono kwa individual training and Macasado and so e de me hu ye no meni age pa. And na me hu sa Alejandro Balde so no ono kwa so e training kam Alejandro Balde no omo prepare no for the game against Inter Milan. You know, for instance, weekend against Valladolid, they are going to rest a lot of players and they are going to see French players. For instance, Christiansen is going to play, Ansu Fati, Gavi is going to play, Gerard Martin is going to play. You know, must Testegen, Ukraino, on person no that goal. It's going to be mostly French players. I don't know about Valladolid game because coach, you know, as I said, arrested Pedri, Mone, Frankie de Jong, Mo, and those boys. You know, it's very important that Barcelona rest them. So that is the plan of Barcelona for AFA. What's it? Because injuries ne harding. Me can't use in some. No one said just Kunde Abeka. Wipra is going to be out for months. Ono akasa me so actually they are to IG. So say so disappointed to pick up an injury at this moment of the season where everything is on the line. But sometimes there's only so much you can control for trust that this team will get the job done no matter who is on the pitch. Well, thank you for all the support. It means a lot to me. I know someone Juice Kundo you no posting for near or said J match say we see the trust say I who brutal. Oh dear, sorry you. Anyway, let's move on. Andy Robertson say ono 8 years and what's na Liverpool onu no ho da we enjoy great moments e with Liverpool ye pa it is a steamer why the BBA mostly why the BBA wo ho na mom all catch supporters na say senior mo the pressure etu mpanyimfo so say hey mpanyimfo yi ai Van Dijk contract Louis Mohamed Salah contract or more extended or more extended obi say say the supporters no so for the same pressure ento penyimfo no so say ono so Andy Robertson no ho omo extending the contract is the contract no nyame adomo a 2026 e ba na wie until Liverpool for nka until we what I say to supporters no aden ana mo pesa mo kire say o say mo face the same pressure and to penyimfo no so say na be ya penyimfo no enso so be try say o be extend ono no contract is the club no Papa so to aso enso esi akan enso e ho nam say yo Matia, let's move on and have another conversation. Okay, yanko Chelsea ni yanko bon komo kakra. Chelsea no mobisa Enzo Maresca say Reggie Welsh akoda kitikiti a o ma no kwan ma ni bebo ni bi say Lamine Yamal ne pa okubasi ni emu ye obi apeso de nkoda yi 60-year old kra no ye ma o ma bobo. Na o mobisa Maresca say hey coach na aden and I say to be very honest. Ono akoda no na ye training na nkesa say my boy ni ball isan say ball no akora ne ball all ball power with training grounds no say hey fantastic but ono asay ono na on sedan take time in na adwen so akora na ball so far the guy has been playing very very well into obon about so say when your opportunity abobo ni be say owie game no Chelsea for penny for be catch and say woni mi say we and the 8 Nkwadana 8 youth player one more chance omo mabobo ni bia na oso no onim Chelsea penyimfo ni bi e na be catch no say wow oso mo catch no na eye ne wan yi po say eye good thing say we ye coach a mama nkwadana am nkwadana so enya ball ni bi enso etimi abo eno ensam a ono so eka na omko bi san semi finals dey say wa qualify we dey say fofulafo And also, first of all, Opesoka said it was very important that Chelsea gets our results na omunyano. Nemo omun qualify. O say sa na layer house or the end so mo ya itirimude omutifie lusu ye ntino he will not be complacent at all. Say omu focused on the second leg on be na against Chelsea qualify. O say that. And o come sana Nicholas Jackson says as a ghost eba and also kakra when say Nicholas Jackson confidence in eba also so far he is doing very very well mechanical asamono for Nicholas Jackson was asamo aka about afar Reggie Welsh akorana na Chelsea man kwan man bobo ni body bi no say look Reggie any body boy pa so a top quality player na odim say akorana no our dachi yi pa na nini age e de man say when your opportunity we making the debut for the senior team or say akorana here football bia no a ono ya willing say ono so the football no so e de be ma sa akorana no eno ayesama Nico Jackson then so eka well let's move on and have another conversation they say Joachim Rabetis for legend they say look Anthony e kwan bia so mo Rabetis be make sure say Anthony betina bobuku no me I say boy it na okay osanso come you akwa den o say simple say some ko hwia no kra no a ono wa ye kra do say car na mo de kwa hwia no obe provide car no say David esa say otla club ni mo na woni mu say ni nyina no say matter say let's go Madrid for akwa kubisa na say man you for no Betis some omo ye tumu man you for no come ton forma omo what I say eno na ma Betis for no eni abra Anthony name no when him say any team edge conference na Manchester United so je yeah what they fan say in a situation United the or medal Betis or medal because our substantive number of games for both clubs and say where they are both team to score but how about some say any braba pa I'm say Betis for one person will keep it but let's come Madrid for one person more swat na fine we are go home for boy no crack when we say David De Gea say ono onia Anthony oni na train several times time am man you say on who that when just say boy need to me fan right the nine right ni share goals the nine one say onu da podium na quality me share is a goal no say one more pop anyway let's move on and have another conversation if I come Manchester United na me kakra say United the two teams so say who omo call Europa different team. Omoko champion Ombo league no so different team. For instance, in the league alone, one say Amorim Eba, you know, in the league, they are not doing well. But this is the Europa Cup under Ruben Amorim. 9 games, 7 wins, 2 drawn games. Well, and you're bad. Cra. We expanded the cra. Now this season, it's been 13 games so far, 8 wins, 5 drawn games. And we are unbeaten. Champions League in the Europa clubs now, my body in a team now, and you're unbeaten. Hey, Ruben Amorim. Team Manchester United. So it looks like 2 different. I don't know whether you had a chance to watch that game. To be very honest, it's a game. Let's go be about for the creative chances, especially in the early stages of the game. Red card, not Sunday. I agree. But I said, na omu complaining. In fact, Betis for now complains. Sorry. Let's go be about for no I complaints. Papa. Let me have a conversation about it. First of all, Ernesto Valverde, your coach. Edema Atletico Bilbao and I say time a red card ne buy no mko protect you ko catch referee say aden na wo yes say bono e din kan bo Alejandro Garnacho nsa aden na wanje no a wa beje penalty wo je penalty so a wa sanso the red card e dey account as a double punishment the punishment no enye fair to us so mko ye complaints sa na so referee no when fikra also referee no omo kan wanu mu asem referee na anya na gen say ofie no yes someone and next to Valverde and so e kanam say yo mate na me be come Manchester United in some na dey think I want to talk about Harry Maguire say Maguire dey ready yesu what say do twe na o se go Harry Maguire na Maguire na o say Johnny ba ku bi say onim say over social media o say Harry Dinho. Hey, na just say Harry Maguire no ada ni Brazil Harry Dinho. I don't say sir onimu no say or sure say kofo ebe friend the din bebre sans ono agitum say he's playing very well. I don't be sans na say na dribbling here kofa fin one pa. I don't oh. They say dribbling the fit a part of the game. Them say Harry Maguire. They say also the big can also dribbling there. Any attributes that say 5-6 years ago, time no or ye younger no na or dribble pa na of your footballer or be. I do remember early days in the Leicester City, not carry ball very well, but they say free the ball anymore. And also now saying this, they say or try so bit nya bibia dey about Manchester United or say or far ball no in that say no let me do push the ball. I mean, call your cross. They be say me cross no. Definitely, meet me a connection from me player. And also so decided say, oh yes sir, I'm an it me a ball. Call your cross. Emma ja the Casemiro and so heady ball and so they say no and some Harry Maguire and so can and I'm so okay. Waka Casemiro sama. How do you see his performance? Because recently Casemiro performance no Harry Maguire won the saying also so far Casemiro has been brilliant. Also definitely on OGDA. Ewe Casemiro mu na born and say kra all abafo ne ye pa na ofil say Casemiro performance no deserve say ono kra say ke the man of the match na the man is say also crucial goals na in difficult period na debia or try say mbebo Manchester United no some Harry Maguire and so can or say game no ye wie kra or say ye wie kwa the fact say o ma set training chance Manchester United we say that but say game no bibia betimi so gitum say 10 men na Bilbao for boy no it went in favor of Manchester United but to say and just Manchester United are qualified they are going to Old Trafford they are not going to complacent they are going to try as much as possible to win the game against Bilbao and some Harry Maguire can say defending very very well especially with ball against Atletico Madrid Bilbao for mufia so na easy na the last 15 minutes of the first half boy the place the boy so wow now omunya chance be almost or say he really enjoyed the performance of Manchester United especially in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Bruno Fernandes say look adia bakwa neni giye pa no say starting game no say pressure kwafo no de ma omo no a omo concede goal no say yes neni giye pa he felt to say Manchester United bet me take opportunity from kwafo no chances ne pressure omo de ato omo so omo ntimi answer goal no and ampampa omo take his opportunity na no be say say time penalty ne beto wo no answer na kwafo no whistle na so omo distract you be and also look and okay na asa na oye worried kakra but o try say onti de nkofo no e kakra na obenya abochira no wato no bo na afei wabɔ penalty ono akasa pe into oto no bo no se kai ma me fo ball no fanto corner na nkofo ne de omo ye ni nyina menka omo antum na ono so ekoye saa de no nti eno eye nsama Bruno Fernandes enso e kan so okay no problem. Well, let's move on and talk about other issues. Champions League now, your ball midweek, you know. Team of the week, Abba. Now, team of the week, you know, Donnarumma imposed. Delcer Dumfries as the right back, left back, Lewis Kelly, 4 and 5, Francesco Acerbi, and Marquinhos. After 3-man midfield of Vitinha, Nico Barella, and Pedri. After a new one for Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele, and Lamine Yamal. You know, squad that Abeni just Inter was saying 1, 2, 3. Okay, Barella, Dumfries, Acerbi, and a PSG will move 4, right? Donnarumma, Marquinhos, Vitinha, Dembele, Barca will move 2. 3, sorry, Barca will move 3, and Arsenal will move 1. Well, I think, Nisa. And there's sports newspaper or say worldwide madness. Just send you yes when you now be a posse a yebo Lamine Yamal Barcelona and on my captures a worldwide madness. They say Lamine Yamal Ufabi Bia be a Bonabaso. Fantastic. Just go this so on to me more the next leg, you know, and almost capture our sports so kakra. We'll check it Mundo Deportivo. So we will certainly go through. I know Mundo so dia ono so atwere ediaba eja na wasan so de Lamine Yamal enso niam dia to say Barcelona de beti bia Barcelona so ebekọ nanim eno ensem omo so eka onim say Hans Flick team, you know, so far master 158 goals. Ne Bayern Munich team na no me that little no say 159 goals, so it just left with just a goal. Now, after when you call it what Hans Flick did with Bayern Munich in 2019-2020 season, you can imagine. So Barcelona definitely are going to surpass this. Wow. Then you say, and Barcelona is scoring a lot of goals, a lot of them. Anyway, I think it is good. It's good. What do you say? Barcelona weekend game on the ball against me do more money by the lead weekend. Plus, the yellow card. They are going to mix the El Clasico. So. Plus, be our yellow card or make Clasico near Inigo Martinez or Kahubi, Gavi, Ekahubi, Rafinha, Ekahubi, Jules Koundé, which obviously is not going to play, and also Ekahubi, and the rest of the other players, also Ekahubi. Unfortunately, they will have to be very, very careful about the situation here. Inaki Williams say, look, I'm the form 3-0, I'm Jitum say, I'm the form 3-0. Now, I'm betting I come back. Also, I'm going to pass on the form 3-0. Then come back, you know, possible. I don't know when to mean come back. Also, definitely, maybe I bet me AC. Pep Guardiola and Kobe-san say Abdul Kadir Kuzanov, oh man, Bobo Nibi. I don't AC. And I know more bomb of you, we understand what you are quite the frame. I don't say here. Oh, you need frame our bomb of game. Then just a boy in Yandios. No, yeah, the name of no yellow card. Now, Osho bet me a red card. Into this, I say. Oh, if you that game when Susu that's all the Nico Reali crab bobo nibi. But oh if free mono and no decided say okay. And the Josco Vardiol call center back or na Nico Reali call left back. Was say 50 wo akwara ball na wa bono. Nico Reali ball na wa bono. Amana difficult says say obey boy need in frame. It's a yes Kuzanov from Penasama and say bibi. But say ball na omo mugu echi ho ebo no ontimi on touch or more touch or mind it as say a twamfo ni dia channel place ni nyina say you cannot take your position for granted. They say uni one no be from a ball na oka and one no ontimi nya hu bibia I know Ensema Pep Guardiola eka and be sense okay waka side dey yem be say about Nico Reali and on say boy no kwase me wom ni say e to be cross up person opa boy na Chelsea hey wonu no hu o say time na Manchester City for struggle no. No one for boy number boy ni be the dad no the boy need sense na be just some time no na say a yen star be say boy ni radio ntimi mo also we no ho papa sa na boy ni betimi abobo you ready nka or the ne born November mu baby kura nke boa Manchester City pa but ja We don't know too much. We don't know who papa. I know I and someone Pep Guardiola so eka. And I'm coming sansa no Josco Vardiol so no so far Josco Vardiol. Obet me about left back, obet me about left centre back. Or say positions ni mi nyina. Otimi bo. Or so I don't call ball centre back no. Or realize that mistakes are encanina or you know. They be all games ni nyina na all correcting mistakes. He say who say Josco Vardiol on tiny mistakes bebree. E was left e was centre back ho. And we na we jane say omo boni say each time obo say Josco Vardiol e ball no. E was sa area who be no. On tiny mistakes into no we jane so omo na afei on building the confidence. Could be say Haaland so the fitness and something send or so. And I know I'm not na mo kobo no bisa and Haaland still no onye fit into no onye na adwen so or Russia Haaland do was starting a training into no say ekobasa Haaland ye fit doctors for na baba ka kire no say Haaland ye fit no be sense coach kamunu krep so your fit so onye fit will he be ready for the Club World Cup and I say eno ne empire because my son Russian crowd. They hear and say he'll be ready for the Club World Cup. And only idea say all dream was to see as a boy to beat me. Are you ready for the Club World Cup? I know and someone on also air kind of scheme. No problem. Let's move on. And I'm coming and say pre-season the Club World Cup. Go back and then I'll say I'm about my last game we are. And Obe planning for the pre-season no and the Club World Cup. Also send the place ni available. Inka problem be any obetnya rotate squad no sa but also say injuries ne ha no nti plan the onyam plan how the pre-season is going to rest a key plan as obey they also onyam decide here but the season no na fe we hu the obetimi aye because they say no say schedule na de no eya na enye easy cry well and no be son say of 1-1 Joseph wanna say ye game no a omu coach no omo friend or pap ama one omo twetwe bi kakra na Pep Guardiola say no correct ono so only problem bia some Manchester City supporters ne friend no a obe bad do so no ope wine pa it is omo to nsa friend no a say onhia mo pap obi hia omo na mum the wine and ope what I say I know someone ono so eka let's move on and talk about other issues when him say say Real Madrid for coaching and some nyina no the entire delay ni some Florentino Perez say inka culture or the Madrid best start next season no one Club World Cup ni Xabi Alonso onyan rough no na nkobo Club World Cup but still they say Xabi Alonso ono still no as onye convinced to say okobo Club World Cup what I say I don't know situation are a bit difficult kakra it is what it is what I say Xabi Alonso no process are unfair a bit me about to say before now so we be able to have a bad start but you know Xabi papa and friend Florentino Perez in person or do be here na interim will be no before Fraba take you but it's still there's no decision yet what I say they would have to take a decision as soon as possible anyway but me moving on I'm about come for and then AS newspaper say I would sign Xabi Alonso for Real Madrid. I would sign Xabi Alonso for Real Madrid. Celta Vigo, F4 player Iago Aspas and some wako canon what I say Madrid for Apple coach. I don't know train name. Mungo for Xabi Alonso is say Xabi Alonso or no. And it me aye Jumani ye pa obey Jumani kama Eddie Amamo and no and some AS Eddie Abba. Meanwhile, Les Sportifs people said dazzling. Wow. Having Lamine Yamal and so anyama kakra and almost so atre television also kama Adam Eletau still Oguswa all training with the ball. Na mami more updates cause I am tebisa but as to when he will be ready in the day Madrid for say they are not going to rush him. My catcher say maybe the Club World Cup. Maybe, just maybe the Club World Cup. But for now yeah, trying the baby behind the one summon so Eddie Bro. Well, you let's move on and come from Bruno Fernandes say now saying training hard the bia na the coach any fees you have catch his master tubo na wan kwankupra also a catch room you say that or to the body agide also they be me to my body me agide or say so free we are na onke we are for ho a obetnya agye no ho ahome yie pa ba se ya o gye na home na wageden e di fi club no no ensam a ya ono so eka say so pa Nottingham Forest o mama league ni mu abiu Nottingham Forest for no onim se nka league obi anim se Nottingham Forest for so ba be ha dwi eno a o matena fia ma Brentford for asho mu 2-0 na a advantage Chelsea, City, Newcastle any teams who are April no na say league table no they akoyo nie. Liverpool were 82 points, they've won the league. Arsenal second, 67 points. Newcastle 62 points. Manchester City 61 points. It was so a 9. Chelsea toss with 60 points, and on Nottingham Forest and so toss with 60 points. In the race for top 5, you know, in 1 year. So, and that's 64 ball of Hampton Wanderers about GMT times 7. Na omo clear no wie ne so mo sha na just omo so jump but say not na for no and AI danger moment because their last 5 games they've lost 4 and omo winning back up omo winning 1 and they've lost 4. You can imagine Aston Villa show mo, Everton show mo, Man City show mo, Brentford show mo, and omo winning against Tottenham Hotspur. Say form no, you just don't know what is happening to Nuno Espirito Santo. Form now but form pa. If they continue like this maybe already a player advantage to these teams. But anyway, team back also no one pass so your Tottenham Hotspur because as I said, Tottenham for no so nyade or lake and so one so many musa na Europa ball champion Europa Cup finals no against likely Man U. It's going to be very interesting remember Europa ni muaide that I say enti we mu de anya we so de ya kakra ni nyina na yego so ayepem kodi bebe bia de hansam so de bebro Man U de yeah because me kra no the last time I was saying said na say Man U omobo Europa game bia no a home and away time bo say back one of the ties no red card because Leon the red card be mu rest of your dad the red card be mu and no so red card let's say United for no the course opponents my opponents in red card and answer saying very interesting conversation anyway Dietzma Herman Herman so they know chapa Herman no say na Herman see chapa na nze bet TV so as a unchada Herman so ono who player the level no was through at age 17 well so see so or share ball or no ankasa be ball so who player the level no was through at age 17 now level no was to say also who be the Lamine Yamal no akwara no dachi bi obebo ball no papa also so far ni Lamine Yamal ho nemum ade ba ko pe na ni nje about Lamine Yamal na ncha for say ade no say na no Lamine Yamal akwara ketekete we win against Real Madrid and no akofa space mi no e dey tua wuti so also say ade ne dey asenchirebu e your so unnecessary sebo ene yes ade na ene dey onyan ade na oye na apart from that dey oni boy any problem bia wala na tibu kutu a hwe Real Madrid for basketball team no e wo Euro League no and unfortunately omofrimu ye twa omo 86-84 tibu kutu akohwe bi but amfa ze Madrid dey ze niema is slow power as an Azere Brana Mobrepa. What if Carlo Ancelotti say in 57 games 100 Real Madrid this season will make it why 27 different defense changes some 27 all because of injuries 27 10 way born way anyway bar or china way anyway about 27 times out of 57 games nature say injuries they had and for instance you see like Herden, akwada omo promoting so omra left back was say a planados into omrana a job support from the junior team no omra no be chana ho dey na fe omo fa no the rest of the game meanwhile Lorenzo Aguedo so right back one some friend from the junior team say ombe senior team no na on senior team no entry say anybody aba Carlo Ancelotti yes we dwa Brazil for the Brutas mo meni di nkomo a nin can't some can't for one and something in social media on to almost you say how they now papa penny so no and wedding common and some no money now they are to social media so while Madrid matters Antonio Pinto so we are number 1 they take up papa is penny for no consider Carlo Ancelotti kwa Pintus also be the chirako yes the aka corner the one Pintus and so ebeko I assemble and a slot some commission says he say Trent Alexander-Arnold no more anything me yata say all come Madrid na on for anu to bia na o kan dey and I say for now news be any ho what I say also say news wo ho a Oba be catch central for now news bi any won ti mo pese on conjure news bi fa mamu ana o se dabe news bi any won tanya de a o ka me bia e de actual central for na so okay no problem ma me ntwa me nsam no so well what him say by munching for war young striker bi a fan Jonah Kusi Asare Nichi ni din de Africana but onye Ghana di bobom fa maye by munching for the nyame adoma season ba na we ya omde ni be loan na akwa because o te bench onya bo ni bi e no mo mpese omama boy na Trent na bench sa na chiro mo akoton no te se de Matthias Sterl na Joshua Zirkzee omo ha boys no nti we no quickly omde ni loan no mo akwa experienced striker oba bet na Harry Maguire ichi instead of somebody in the sa akwada na onya bo ni bi mbo no tete wo sa esa mo ha ankwada na keke Hiriko ito so chale oba ye do hosi we prasa mate se by munching for no consider say master ombe won it go say na oba ye dia what as into ombe top center backs afi dem so be top be two de keka ko idie anyway ye movie on na ye bon ko be mo say chemicals akwa ye tattoo e de egu ni nsa hey oh place ni tattoo there asemo make Liverpool place na WhatsApp no Adam Watson Crystal Palace for midfielder what I've been told is say Liverpool for di komo akwechire papa hey ede wa ha de bebe bia de WhatsApp so ede bebro Barcelona supporters are ebe call Giuseppe Mienza akwahwe game no 3,000 supporters omo na ombenya tickets akwahwe sa game ni bi nti ombedi team no echi 3,000 supporters and Manchester City training no papa ja onotaba Manchester City pa na me ni Pep Guardiola very very fine what is the Warnock eba sra Manchester City say Pep Guardiola one of the best guys pa no I Warnock Ota Man City rough okay no problem you say St. James Ratcliffe James say obasan ko ton Nice na sika na beba no dura the full takeover for Manchester United yeah I say ntinanka Nice no nya kakra because Saudi Arabia for the matter some pay so omuto Nice ntisenka sika no wa nanka odi akwa akorum no wa try say bi obetimi ato the Manchester United merchants na ja also betimi yen sa percentages ni bi ko adia ye wa say but for now that is the planner and so ba mabeka kana be yik ho asama dia chakwara ketket na United for air fan feel have we bibia no a obeye no medical say bibia ka official announcement na United for so ebeye and for now no problem meanwhile Madrid ne Lucas Vazquez likely say omo extended for short term na for omo club world cup bi Modric anga sanso de ono anga sa de say obesanka ya munya no hango trek akra no ntna club de mu na next season I really crash bet na ketua so but ja penyifo no kan what I say road goal let say maybe o share Chelsea for third goal o share third goal say on road goal it no introduce no nim no and also besides okachen say me mabobo Chelsea pe na Masai coach for Chelsea pe o say papa say sa afi ben onim no kra and also say owner e wo na on not say road goal it bo abo we scroll nim na enye no wan say Chelsea coach no kra papa ni because on onim de akokra hey asabo Manchester United player of the month for April akọ ede ama Bruno Fernandes they say August no come Amad Diallo September come Andre Onana October Alejandro Garnacho November Mazraoui December Amad Diallo January Amad Diallo February Bruno Fernandes March Bruno Fernandes April Bruno Fernandes wow into Bruno hat-trick Manchester United they say afidie bubi bia ye akwa you say the Bruno there and that one more boni be the team ni bejiego they say everything is about Bruno Fernandes anyway congratulations and easy to do that in there I think it is not easy at all share Chelsea for you say o say omo per wingers na ye ka Jimmy Giddens but you say Jacob Ramsey or Aston Villa so edin e Chelsea books mo say Jimmy Giddens na what Dortmund na anye ye dia they will give it a try. They're going to give it a try. So for now, I know you're someone so ever. Well, referee of Barcelona, Inter Milan, Milan, no, referee Simon Mixeniak ono and a big I referee for that particular day. What I say anyway. Mama was one me time no ye bukebu. Okay, me pam chow and then me adomwa 7 and our Manchester City and Wolverhampton Wanderers game because Valladolid Vicano and Hetafe game no so 7 Torino Venezia the same any crank is 6:45 any games are because basically any anchors 7 and say no for now anyway I mean face here me sanso aba na me for the apro